Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Crazy Questions. I'm your host, Soulful, and if you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. And if you've been rocking with me from the beginning, thank you. But how's your healing journey going? Today, I want to take you somewhere different, somewhere warm, wild, and sacred. This episode is actually a chapter from a book I've been writing, and I decided it's an appropriate podcast, or it's podcast worthy, just because everyone I've encountered for the last few weeks, along with myself, are just dealing with things. And I think this lesson that I've learned way back then is a perfect lesson for my now, and probably theirs too. So it's actually called The Day We Became Life Vest. Sit back, lean in, let's go. I'll put on my reading voice now. After the storm, after the monitors and the muffled cries and the uncomfortable truths, I started remembering who I was before the weight of duty reshaped me, and memory, as it often does, carried me home. Not to a hospital room, not to heaviness, but to that one perfect day in the British Virgin Islands when my cousin and my cousin back then was my best friend, we decided we wanted to go on a boat and just go to a tiny island. Called up our friend who had a boat, Boots, and my aunt and another cousin. None of us knowing who could really swim. But we all needed that moment. Now listen, this was the kind of island you don't find on a map, but lives in the laughter and legends of Caribbean hearts. Our captain, Boots, had jokes for days and stories for years. We packed light, no phones, no selfies, just food, water, and freedom. The only thing fake that day was our bravery, but it didn't last long. Because when the boat stopped, not too far from shore, in the middle of the bluest blue you've ever seen, we looked at each other and we jumped. No hesitation, no life jackets, just faith. Faith that if one of us went under, someone else will pull us up. That's the kind of love we all crave, even if we don't say it out loud. We floated, we laughed, we screamed when seaweed touched us. I watched my aunt bob like a mango until she realized her life vest was her freedom, not her fear. And when we made it to that island, no dock, no welcome sign, just white sand and untamed beauty. We roasted fresh lobster, breadfruit, played cricket on the sand, and danced with absolutely no music. For a few hours, we weren't caregivers, aunts, moms, survivors, breadwinners. We were cast away on a beautiful paradise island. But every movie has a plot twist. The sun began to set. It was time to swim back. And now, the boat is further out than it was when we came in. But just like that, overconfidence slid in like a quiet shadow. My aunt and cousin gave their vests to Boots and said, "We can swim out." Minutes later, coughing, gurgling, panic set in. My aunt, then my cousin, they were going under. That island joy turned to terror in seconds. My male cousin and I, without hesitation, started swimming towards them. The playful ocean became a battle. My aunt's eyes wide, my cousin clinging to her, both going under and thrashing. I remember yelling, "Don't fight me, I got you." The salt water, the scratches, the desperation. But we made it. Bruised, shaken, breathless, but alive. And then a burst of laughter, the kind that only comes after you stare down fear and live to tell it. We're each other's life best. That day taught me something I've never forgotten. Joy doesn't last forever, but neither does chaos. Life flips fast. 1 minute you're roasting breadfruit, the next you're pulling someone you love back from drowning. But if you've got just one person who swims towards you, your scream, instead of away, you've won. Now today, in this new chapter of my life, some days are full of pain, some full of quiet purpose. Sometimes I find myself longing for that boat ride again, longing for that knowing, that trust, that if I go under, someone's got me. And maybe I've just outgrown that crew. Maybe my protector is now weird, a different skin. Perhaps a nurse who rubs my hand without words, my daughter humming in the kitchen, my son lingering longer after a hug, or perhaps a church mother with soup and absolutely no questions. Maybe the group effort never left, it just changed form. Because here I am again, floating in deep waters, unsure of the bottom, but buoyed by something unseen. And you know what? I'm still making it back to shore, or to that boat, and this time I'm bringing myself. I no longer scan rooms for popularity or praise. I scan for presence, soul recognition, people who know how to float until the wave passes. I'm building my crew now, quietly, gently, and I'm learning to speak truth, not with rage, but with rhythm, through writing, through this podcast, through the sacred act of saying, this hurt me, this healed me, this I'm still figuring out. And maybe, just maybe, the moment I stopped waiting for someone to throw me a life raft, I saw that the life I've already built was full of people swimming beside me all along. Along the crew. Although the crew now isn't made up of my aunts and cousins, I am still protected, still carried, still healing. And the next time I jump into deep waters, it won't be to escape. It'll be to return to me. That's the end of that chapter. It's so short. My book is going to be short too, but that's it for today's chapter of Crazy Questions. Let me know if this spoke to you or your spirit. DM me, email me, or just whisper a prayer into the wind. We'll connect either way. And remember, peace don't ever come pretty, but I promise you it'll come. Same soul time next week. Stay focused, stay afloat, stay weird. I'm your host, Soulful.